is currently 1:55. So I finished reading the section for 1.2, and it turned out that that section was only 24 pages instead of 40. So it was nice. And so um then I took a half-hour break, and then I accidentally procrastinated for a little bit longer after the half hour. But anyways, um, I looked at 1.3 and it's only 31 pages, so that's good. Maybe the 1.4 is going to be 40 pages, I don't know. But this next section is 31, so I'm going to go for finishing reading it in 1.5 hours, which means, well, I don't even know how long this vlog is going to go for, but basically the timer. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. Darn it. Anyways, I'm probably going to keep track, like, can I finish? Well, I'll look at the recording time and aim for 1.5 hours to read that section. And if I start in half an hour, which is stupid, I'm not going to start in half an hour. But if I was to start in half an hour, I would finish it by 4 o'clock, and then probably take half-hour break, and then allow half-hour for vlog, which obviously I'm not going to be that long. 4, 5, and then it would be 5 o'clock before I even started reading 1.4. Huh. And it all depends on how long the section is. Maybe I'll just read part of it. I don't know why even talking about that. But I just have 2 sections left, and then I can take the test. So, and didn't read the entirety of it. I started skimming a few things so I can save some time, and considering the fact that the test is open book, I don't necessarily need to read all of it. I just need to see where all the information is and get the general idea of the information. So like last semester when I studied for the test, he actually gives us a quote-unquote study guide, but it's kind of a terrible study guide because it just lists sections of our readings. So we're basically still required to read like 80% of it. If you use the study guide, it still makes you read like 80% of it. And it's like, I don't even feel like dealing with that. I'm just going to read the whole thing. I mean, you would think it'd be better to read less, but it's kind of a lot of effort to like try to look at the study guide and then search around in the document to see where the section is that you're supposed to read. So I'm just reading the whole thing. So with the time that we have at this point, it's looking a little bit bad. I mean, if I was to stay focused and just get it all done, and also the test itself is not good. It's going to take a while as well, so it's looking like it might be kind of difficult to finish. It all depends on how late I want to stay up. I kind of want to go to bed by 8. And you're probably wondering, why are you going to bed so early? Well, because I want to get up early. I like getting up early because then I have way more time. Well, that's not how it works. Whatever. I just like sleeping in, but still having lots of time during the day, so the way to do that is to go to bed extremely early and then get up somewhat early. Okay. So that all that to say, I'd like to be done with all this stuff by 8, but right now it's 2, so I have 6 hours. Can I read those 2 sections and take a test in 6 hours? I mean, well, actually, that doesn't include. Really, I want to be finished by 7 and then take my pills at 7. That's kind of how I want to do. But also, I want to eat dinner as well, which takes time. I don't even know. Um, so I kind of want to be finished, but I guess I could aim for that. Like being finished by 7, it's probably fine. Like, can I finish in 5 hours? Can I read these 2 sections and then take a test? It's looking kind of hard to do that, but we'll see. And honestly, it's not like I have to. I mean, I still have a lot of time. Like tomorrow, I have all day. Tomorrow, I have all day, and the only other thing I have to do besides taking the test is to do our team activity. And I mean, that team activity, it's probably going to take me like 2 hours, probably. That's just my estimate. That's like my estimate for how long that will take. So tomorrow I'm still gonna have tons of time because obviously there's more hours in a day than just 2. So I guess I'm doing very well in terms of time management this weekend. Like I still have plenty of time to get this stuff done. So like even if I only read one section today, I would still have plenty of time tomorrow to read the last section and then take the test and then do the team activity. And I'm trying to think, like, can I maybe possibly try to work ahead on homework this week? Oh my gosh, working ahead? Working ahead on homework? What a crazy idea. Wow. Well, not working ahead on homework, but just doing it sooner rather than waiting till the last second. What am I saying? Stop saying, Let's see. So, I will be reading 1.3, and it's currently 2, and I guess my goal is to kind of record the next vlog at like 4 o'clock. So, now I'm going to procrastinate. So, what should we talk about in order to procrastinate some more? I don't know. I already talked about everything. There's not anything else to talk about. So, yeah, I haven't been doing any speedrunning or cubing lately. I've just been playing Civ 5. I even haven't even been watching that much YouTube. Well, like over the past couple of days, a little bit more, but I've just been playing Civ 5. It's so weird. It's like, oh, what's your hobby? Playing Civilization 5 right now. And yeah, whenever I think about trying to do a cubing session, I just get discouraged because like I haven't really improved my times for cubing for so long. Basically, an entire year, I haven't improved a single bit in cubing. This really sucks. Still stuck at a high or mid-8 average, basically a mid-8 average. I've been stuck at that for so long. Actually, the reality is I was basically averaging mid-8 1 year ago, and then I tried to learn a bunch of new algs, and it took several months for me to get all those new algs. It took several months for me to get back to my mid-8 level. So that's why I haven't made any progress over an entire year of cubing. It's because I learned a million algs, and it set me back for quite a long time. Now, the benefit is of learning those algs. Well, like half of the algs I learned, I don't even use in solves anymore because I realized they're not even that fast. Like, man, what you think you're learning all the fastest algs out there, but in reality you're learning a bunch of slow algorithms, and you're just gonna get rid of half of them eventually because you realize they're slow. But a lot of the algs I still use and they make my solves like tiny bit faster, but it definitely wasn't worth it. It took me an entire year, and I'm still not. I mean, I did beat my all of my PBs, but not by much. I barely beat all of my PBs, and my global or my basically my overall average is around the same as 1 year ago. It really sucks. And also, I've been having trouble finding good fast cubes too, because like I bought those two cubes right there. I bought both of those with the intention of them being my new main cube, but they both suck. Like what? How? How is that even possible? I didn't know cubes could suck that bad, but I bought them. They're both extremely slow. They're both the exact same type of cube. They're the Moyu RSM something, or RS Moyu RS some one of those. Um, I think it's just like the budget Moyu cube. I think that's what it is. They're both extremely slow. The first one I requested the max lube service from the cubicle. It was extremely slow. Then I bought another one. The reason why I bought a second one was because I randomly saw that they were. I saw a deal from the cubicle that if you buy anything within a certain period of time, then you have a chance to win a 13 by 13. Or actually, no, I think it was a 15 by 15. I was like, oh, I want a chance to win a 15 by 15. I'll just buy a new cube because both of my speed cubes aren't very fast. So I just bought that. And instead of requesting the max lube service, I was like, oh, well, it could be just a fluke that it was slow, but I'm not going to do that again. Instead, I'm just going to do the regular lube service, which is not nearly as much money. And it was still slow. It was still basically this. It was like a tiny bit faster than the other cube, but it's still extremely slow compared to my GAN. What is this? GAN X? I don't know. But man, it's so disappointing. Both cubes were terrible. So I mean, so if I ever get back into cubing, well, I'm gonna keep trying to lube my GAN X, and if that completely dies, I'll try to clean out and lube those other two cubes, and I'll just do that like 3 or 4 times with all 3 cubes. And if they all suck, even after all that work I put in, then I'm gonna have to buy yet another cube, and obviously it's not gonna be the Moyu RS 3 2020. I think that's what those are. Obviously I'm not buying those again, but I don't want to buy a GAN either because it's extremely expensive. So I don't know. I'll just buy a different budget cube probably, because I don't want to spend tons of money on a cube. So, but yeah, I remember. So basically, even I got to basically around a few months ago, I got my average slightly under what it was a year ago, and then I proceeded to cube like every single day for hours for like weeks, and my average stayed the same. It didn't even decrease. I could not improve at all. I did so many solves, and my average stayed at like 8.6 the entire time. And that's kind of why I stopped cubing, because it was like I'm just not improving. No matter how many solves I do, I'm not improving. It's not. I mean, technically, I could have done more solves because I was doing like 300 to 500 solves a day. I mean, technically, you could do more solves than that, but I mean, come on, give me a break. 300 to 500 solves. That's got to be enough. Every single day, 300 to 500 solves. You got to be improving from that, but I'm not. And in terms of learning new algorithms and stuff, I feel like my algorithms that I use are just fine. I mean, I could try to improve my ability to do X crosses and stuff, but with my current level of solving, I could easily get my average to like 6 average. I've seen example solves of people who average like 6 seconds. My technique on solves is basically around the same as theirs, except maybe they're a tiny bit better at doing X crosses, but not all of them are as good at doing X crosses. You can just have really good TPS and look ahead with my current algorithms and average 6 seconds. all I have to do is just improve look ahead and TPS. That's it. But of course, doing tons of solves every day apparently is not the way to get better. Why? Okay. Apparently, I did find something else to talk about. I thought I had nothing to talk about, but I did have something to talk about. My YouTube channel. For some reason, it was stuck. It has periods of time where it gets stuck at a certain number of subscribers. So, like, for the past week, it was stuck at 478. And then randomly, over the past few days, it gained 3 subscribers out of nowhere. I checked my views on my videos over the past 48 hours, and it doesn't look like one of the videos is blowing up. It's just a complete random fluke that I got 3 subscribers really quickly. My top viewed videos, so like my Rubik's Cube solves in 348 video, there was a several months period of time where that video was getting tons and tons of views. It was getting like thousands of views every single day, I think. But then once it reached 94,000 views, it completely stopped getting views, which is so disappointing. And now it only gets like 10 views or 5 views a day. And now the top 2 videos on my channel are the 1359 world record run and the 1340 world record run. The 1359 video just seems to always be stuck at getting like 100 views every day. Even though it's an obsolete record, it's still getting more views. And it's my second most viewed video on my channel with 34,000 views. And then whenever I get a new speedrun record, that ends up being like being the second most views behind the 1359. So like my 1351 record was in that position for several months, and it accumulated like 4,000 views. Not even close to the 32,000 or 34,000, the 1359. And then my 1340 replaced the 1351 in that spot, but since it's only been up for like a month, it has, I think, 500 views now. Not even that much compared to my other videos. Can I stop? Hi. Can I stop? I now have to read 31 pages, and then I probably have to read 40 pages. I don't know how long it is. I distinctly remember one of them being 40 pages. It's got to be the 1.4 one that's 40 pages, right? Yes, time to read a million kajillion pages of stuff that I'm not interested in. Bye.